Okay, so it's the day before the by-election for Ward 25, for the ward councillor position, and I'm still getting inquiries from the community about whether they need to go and vote. Who do they vote for, and all these other questions. So let's clarify a few things. Go and vote for whoever you want to vote for. That's your choice. I'm not going to direct your thinking. I will suggest a couple of things going forward here, but who you vote for is entirely up to you. I have no interest in it. Do you go and vote? Yes, you do. Absolutely get off your backside and go and vote. Because if you don't go and vote, then you are purely perpetuating what we are sitting with at the moment. You are aiding and abetting it. You are complicit if you do not go and vote, because by not voting, by suggesting that there's no one that is perfect in your eyes or worthy of your vote, you are in fact giving support to the people that are causing the problem right now. Now, the people that are causing the problem right now have had enough time over the years, decades in fact, not just here but at a national level, to prove that they can manage things, and they have failed at that. So put this into your thinking and listen to what I'm saying, and think carefully about making good use of your time and going to vote. Do not come to me afterwards and say, well, I didn't vote because I didn't feel it was this or it was that, or what's the point and all of that, because I'm going to ask you some pretty uncomfortable questions. Yeah. I can't believe that people are still, the one avenue that they still have left to explore, and they want to ignore it because they've just given up. I understand the giving up thing. I understand what seems to be a pointless exercise. But think about it. Think about the people that you affect by not taking action and voting. Let's get back to the reality of this. The municipal council operates in a fashion whereby the majority of the representation in the council meetings is due to the number of people representing the voters. So if you end up with a situation where you've got one guy from one party sitting in the municipal meeting, in the council meeting, what chance does he have of changing anything? This stuff that happens there doesn't happen because of logic, okay? There's lots of political will to survive in that environment, and people, unfortunately, politicians are probably the worst of the damn lot when it comes to people. They seem to be fueled by ego and all of this, and unfortunately that's what you're dealing with in those circumstances, in that arena. That's what you're dealing with, those kind of people. They'll say that they have your best interest at heart, but their interests come first, unfortunately. So think about the guy from some obscure party that you vote for because providing you with some relief mentally, because maybe it's going to be different. If that party ends up with 1% of the support, and then it ends up with 1% of the representation in the council chamber. So throw some logic at that, please. There is no point in voting for some small or obscure party. If everybody did it because they had some good ideas, if everyone did it, that would change things. But everyone's not going to do it, because the majority of people are going to vote the way they've voted before, because they don't give any thought to the situation. They've been programmed to vote in a particular way, and that's that. Now, if you have a situation in the municipal council chamber where the decisions about where your money is spent are made, and how things are managed or mismanaged, if you end up with 2 or 3 parties that are equally represented there, you still don't have a good choice or a good chance of your money being spent responsibly. It just is not the way it's going to happen. And there's evidence of it for years. So again, think carefully about taking the chance you have at voting for somebody and getting more representation in that arena. And I understand that this is not a national election, it's purely a municipal by-election, and it doesn't affect things in the same way, but it's representative of the trend. And if we can get everybody thinking, okay, let's get rid of this lot because they are not doing things the way they should be doing them, and let's put this lot in there and get them doing things the way we want them done. And when they don't do things the way we want them done, maybe we can hold them accountable. We've probably got more chance of holding them accountable than the others. Then that's maybe not a bad thing. I actually don't know how to explain this in any other more basic way. If you've got questions, ask. Let me know. Because, like I said, it's the day before the municipal election and people are still confused about whether or not it's worth doing this. And you know, what's the point? Think about this. By not voting, or by voting for the wrong people, and again, I'm not telling you who to vote for, only your conscience is going to be what you have to deal with in order to analyze whether you've made a good decision or not. But by not voting for somebody, you are in fact perpetuating what has come before, what has led to this point. It's really that simple. The complexity of the municipal or the political system is such that it's a very self-serving, self-protecting system, and I guess that's not really a topic for this video. But if you've listened to this point, well done. It's actually quite incredible how few people will listen to this point. And all of those of you that get to 30 seconds and stop, you're not going to hear this, but if that's you, you're part of the problem. Spend a bit of time thinking about this stuff. Spend a bit of time on making decisions that make things better, not only for you, but for everybody else.